Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and for this project I worked mainly as sound recordist and sound designer for our short movie A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. I also helped during the editing stage, especially as I mentioned with sound design and the atmosphere of the movie. The film follows a girl, Lily, our protagonist, who leaves a party after arguing with the guy she's seeing. She storms off and starts walking home alone at night, unaware that he is following her. During her walk, we added different elements in order to create suspense and fear for the audience, including a group of drunk people who intimidate her and an old lady who suddenly stops her after losing her keys. These moments were designed to constantly keep the audience on edge. The main goal of the film was to create a thriller atmosphere and make the audience feel uneasy throughout the story. As sound designer, my main goal was to ensure that the audio helped build suspense and enhance the emotions of each scene. In thriller films, sound is essential because it controls the audience emotions and anticipation, which is why I focused heavily on atmosphere and tension throughout editing. I also tried to improve continuity between scenes through sound transitions so that the audience would stay immersed in the story without any abrupt changes. Since this was my first time properly experimenting with sound design, I really wanted to challenge myself and learn something new during this project. The reality of producing the movie was honestly much more difficult than expected. One of the biggest challenges was for sure organization and scheduling within the group, especially because everyone had different availabilities. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend most of the shoots because I had already communicated the dates I would be away back home in Italy. However, due to the actors' limited availability, filming ended up taking place during those exact days. Although this meant I could not fully participate during production, I still contributed afterwards through editing and sound design. Despite these issues, I think one thing that went well was my ability to stay calm and help maintain a positive atmosphere within the group. There were stressful moments during production, but I used my interpersonal skills to think critically and help find solutions when needed. Another challenge was the quality of some of the original audio recordings. Many clips contained background noises, and in some takes we could even hear the director speaking in the background, which, because of this, I had to spend extra time during editing trying to clean the audio and remove unwanted sounds while still keeping the scenes natural and smooth. I mostly created the sound myself, although I did receive some guidance and some help from the DOP since this was my first time properly working with sound design. Considering it was my first experience, I think the final result turned out really well. I added an electrical flicking sound effect to make the moment feel more uncomfortable and tense for the audience. I feel like small details like these helped build suspense and made the atmosphere feel more immersive. I also really like the sound design in the final scene when the high-pitched noise slowly builds up as the character says, "After all, a girl should never walk home alone at night." I think this creates a strong moment of suspense for the audience because this sudden silence makes them realize the film has ended while strongly implying that he has probably killed her. I think this ending leaves the audience uncomfortable and thinking about what happened after the screen cuts to black. Looking back at the project with a more critical eye, there are definitely things I would improve if I had the chance to do it again. First of all, during filming, I would keep the camera rolling for 2 or 3 extra seconds in order to gain more evidence and not hearing the director's voice saying cut. During editing, I spent a good amount of time trying to remove these extra voices and these extra background noise that, of course, then don't have to be included in the movie. This small change would have made the editing process much cleaner and easier. I would also organize the shooting schedule earlier and communicate more clearly as a group before production begins. I think stronger planning would have reduced stress among our group and allowed everybody to contribute more equally. Looking back, I think the thriller atmosphere could have been planned more clearly from the beginning through stronger coordination between visual and sound elements. Because of these, I had to rely heavily on sound and music during editing to help build tension and suspense for the audience. Overall, I am proud of the final result and especially proud of my own personal progress throughout this project. This clip represents some of my best work in film because it demonstrates how much I improved and how much I was able to learn in sound and editing during the process. I am proud that I managed to learn many of these technical skills independently as well as with guidance and help, and adapt quickly throughout the project. I think this demonstrates that I'm a very fast learner and capable of developing new creative and technical abilities under pressure. Overall, the main skills I will take into future projects is adaptability. This experience also really helped me improve my patience. I can sometimes become quite hot-headed during stressful situations, but during this project, I was proud of myself for remaining calm and thinking more critically before reacting. Staying patient actually helped me solve problems more effectively, so that is one thing I will consider for the future. I definitely want to continue using the technical and creative skills I learned during this project in future film productions, especially within sound design and editing. I ended up enjoying it. For future projects, I definitely want to focus more on organization and communication during pre-production. I can sometimes be a bit of a control freak, but in this case, I think stronger direction and clearer communication could actually have improved the film. Next time, I would organize casting immediately, confirming filming dates much earlier, and stick to the production schedule more carefully instead of constantly trying to adapt everyone's schedule and availability. After all, I'm really happy of how the film turned out, and I think we ended up doing a very good job knowing the circumstances. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it.